Hey guys, you're welcome to another video. My name is Tristan and I post videos about the beauty pageants. If you're interested in that, please consider subscribing to the channel and checking out my other videos. So in this video guys, I'm going to be reacting to Miss Universe Indonesia 2022, that's Laksmi Niswadana, Miss Universe Philippines 2022, that's Celeste Cortesi and Paula Sugar, talk about cyberbullying or bullying in general. And along the way, I'm going to be giving some of my comments, my feedback, and what I think about what they say and my own point of view. So please take note that I'm just going to be reacting to the shorter version because the whole interview together, or let me say the whole discussion, was like 40 minutes long. But Miss Universe also released a video where it was just about 10 minutes on their YouTube channel, and that's what I'm going to be reacting to today. So let's get started.
Just talk about your experiences since being crowned and what you've experienced online from the fan base. And Celeste, why don't we start with you?
Sure. Thank you so much, first of all, for having us in this live, and hello to everybody. My experience after I won, I received a lot of love, but at the same time, I also received a lot of bashing. I had people calling me many names. I also had people even editing my own photos just to make me look bad, to the point that I also had bashers trying to bash my family, my mom, my sister, my my dad. And I think it really got to a point that it's just too much, especially when they don't just touch you, but they also touch your family. So I think people really have to realize that there is a line that should never be crossed.
I joined pageantry, I joined Putri Indonesia in the first place because it is a platform that uplifts communities and women and the world. So to be in this position where you are bullied and seeing so much hate online is something that I am still learning to deal with, and I hope will stop in the future. So I'm so excited to join this kindness campaign. Thank you so much.
Okay, so for that first part, so honestly, I like the both of them seriously. I like what they say. I think it's so good. Then I like what Celeste said. People had to go fast to edit her own photos and bash her family. Then for Laksmi, she just said that she's kind of like new to the whole bullying thing after winning the title, but she's grateful that she's able to be here. And I think it's good. Let me try to answer the question myself. So I just I've been a pageant fan for long, honestly, but recently I started making TikToks of myself and YouTube videos about the beauty pageants. And so far, I cannot say that on YouTube I've gotten any hate so far. If there's any comment, I think he has to say something like, "I cannot get your voice well, please turn on subtitles," etc. That's the highest. But on TikTok and on my Instagram reels, I've had cases where people like talk about my teeth, and just because of that, like, it just got into my head. I was so mad about it. But after some time, like, I just cooled down. Like, it's just the beginning, and I don't think it's so bad that it's going to derail me, because on the other side I also receive like lots of love from you guys, and I'm so happy. So I feel like it's two-sided. There's love and there's hate, but focus on the love part. So let's continue.
What are you doing to prepare for this as you have to deal with trolling online, and how are you engaging with your online community throughout this process?
I will start. I think it's really hard because even though you think you're a strong person, you don't get affected by it. When you see some comments, it's just very hurtful, especially when they say something that is not true, especially when they attack your family. And I always try in my own way to spread love and kindness. I always try to talk to my fans by telling them that bashing another candidate won't make me win. That if they really want to support me, then they have to love me and also love other candidates and support other candidates. I think that's very important.
Yeah, I totally agree with Celeste. And maybe a little bit of a tip for how I personally deal with cyberbullying, or when I'm down, when I see hate comments online, is I have the M's, I call them. So first is meditate, and then movement, and the last one is music. So meditation helped me accept who I really am, because I believe that once you have accepted your flaws, no one can use them against you. And movement is, simple exercising, going out there in nature, talking to people, moving around your society or community to just refresh your mind. And of course, music, because it motivates me and it's fun. So those simple things I hope can help someone out there who's experiencing cyberbullying, because it's a huge problem right now in our world.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I was just writing this down for later for my own use. It's so important to disengage sometimes. You know, you feel like you're part of this community, and then you go away for a while. It's nice to just take that moment and I think meditation or whatever your safe space is. Celeste, is there anything that you do to help you get through this process and help your mental health?
So for this, I think we're trying to ask them how they control it or how they deal with it. And Celeste said it's all about telling the fans that they should support everyone. And then Laxmi, I think I like Laxmi's answer here more, that she meditates, music, and then she also goes out. I think all these ways that are good. You can talk to your fans, yes, but meditation, I don't think I've ever meditated before, but the part where she said go out, interact with people, like, it's very true, because once you just you see hate comments and you're just alone there thinking about it, I feel like it's just going to get into you more. But if you go out, talk with people, or let me say socialize, you're even going to forget. I know that I'm an introvert, but I cannot sit in the house all the time. I cannot be alone all the time, honestly. And then music too helps. Watching music, watching movie, I don't know. Music too is something that like refreshes your soul. So I just like what I'm getting here so far, honestly. Let's continue.
To help you get through this process and help your mental health?
To be completely honest, whenever I see, I'm not the kind of person that always reads the comments, but when I see something that it is not true or it's very hurtful, I usually just block the user. And it is a way for me to just block the negativity. And I think that there is nothing wrong with that. I am always open to constructive criticism, but I do not support any kind of violence and cyberbullying. So I think that in these kind of situations, you really have to prioritize your mental health first.
And I'd like to know, because you guys do have a huge fan base and a very engaged community. So you have this forum right now. What would you each like to tell your community about how they are online, as far as with other contestants?
Maybe I'll start first this time. I would like to say to maybe the Indonesian pageant lovers or audience that, we should come together and show what we're all about. We have this motto in Indonesia, unity in diversity. So we are also known to be a very tolerant country. So let's show that on social media, because I know for a fact that when you come to Indonesia, you can feel the kindness and the respect and the tolerance here. So let's show that, let's reflect that online as well. That's what I want to say, and continue to spread love and kindness in social media, as well as before you write something online, think about it. I really believe in the power of words, the power that it could bring to a person, but also how it can let that person down. Because once you post something online, it will stay forever online and in that person's mind. So before you do anything, post anything, think again and be respectful online. That's all I can say to the Indonesian pageant lovers and everyone watching tonight.
Well, I think that's so far what Celeste said about blocking. I think honestly that's a good way also. Like Catriona and many others that talk about blocking bashers on social media, I think it's good. But for me, honestly, like if I was in that place, I'm not over have time to block, I'll just leave the comment there. Except that is something that is really bad or going to tarnish my image in that way, because like, I just like it's part of the process. Like, normally you're going to receive hate, so like it's part of the process. Then for Laxmi, saying that we should think before we write whatever we say online, I think is good, honestly. Because at times, say when I send a message, like you're texting someone, like sometimes it just goes fast, right? But if I have to send like a very long paragraph, let me say I have to write a whole sentence or a long message, or I'm messaging someone for the first time, for example, I usually read through my message like 3 times just to make sure that I don't write anything wrong or say anything in a bad way, because there are times where you criticize, yes, but always try to speak in such a way that try to put it in a good way. That's the thing. You can feel that the person take it badly, but the way that you present it, you can present it in a good way that will instead motivate the person to become better, seriously. And then also, one thing to me personally, like, I just read fast and sometimes I don't even read correctly, honestly. You can text me something and then I read something else and I reply something else. It just happened yesterday and this morning with my friend. So if you don't understand something, try to take time and read again instead of going fast, because you might do the wrong move instead. I think I'm liking this interview so far, honestly.
You find comfort sometimes or in being mean, or the whole thing about mean girls, when I first came into the pageants, the message boards, it's so much easier, even in a corporate setting. Sometimes you find comfort in being negative, and it's hard. You have to sort of keep yourself in check on that. But the negativity and hateful comments it not only affects the people and wounds the people that you put out there, but that rests within you. And if you keep that negativity there, somebody once said to me that holding on to hate is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die, because it's really affecting you. So if you are inclined to do that and you don't keep each other in check on that, it really affects you more than anybody else, as whoever is the person out there doing that. So we can also open it up to other questions that are coming in from anybody that's...
Wow, I really like what she said, that holding on the hate is like drinking poison and waiting for someone else to die. I think it's so true. Honestly, like when I was in secondary school, let me say 7th grade upwards for you guys abroad, but in secondary school, yes, it was very easy. Like, insults would come all the time. That's the part where, like, I insulted people the highest, I admit, and people also insulted me because it was not easy. And then I was this person that I was taking grudges for long, but instead it just like derailed me more. You know, I think it was when I was transitioning, or let me say at the end of secondary school going to high school, that I just made up my mind that no matter what, like, I'll not hate you cannot hate someone forever, seriously, because it's instead you that is going to be suffering. That's what I think. And then I also learn to forgive easily. I forgive but I don't forget, in such a way that I don't fall into the trap the next time. So I think that what they're saying here, what Miss Paula is saying, I think is very good.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, how will you defend each other to their bashers? Indonesia to Philippines and vice versa.
Wow.
I mentioned before how whenever I see bullies on other delegates, I feel embarrassed, because I feel like these bullies, this small percentage of bullies online that are creating a huge scale of problem, are only using us girls that are the representative of their country as a tool or an excuse for them to fight. And I think this should stop, because we are all girls who want to uplift each other and uplift our community in the world. So I don't think that we should, focus on this negativity.
I mean, Miss Universe, it's really about supporting, uplifting, and empowering other women. So if you want to support me, you have to support everybody in the competition.
I love this question so far, that how are you going to defend someone when other people are bashing them? That's Philippines to Indonesia and Indonesia to Philippines. I just love the answer so much. Laxmi said that it's so sad when she sees bullying happening and that she just tries to like spread a positive message. While Celeste said that normally, like when you are in Miss Universe, you don't support only her alone, for example. You support everyone, because the contestants themselves, they support each other. So it's not like this, it's not a competition whereby you hate someone, so in general, like, it's just about supporting everyone. You cannot like support one person and hate the other. Seriously, it's okay to have favorites, yes, but it's not okay to tear others down. I got that quote from Miss Universe Philippines, by the way.
Your fans will take what you said to heart and not attack each other or you guys, and I think that'll go across the universe.
Miss Paula is a great mom, guys.
But I just want to remind everybody that the Miss Universe organization, we've taken a strong stand this year. We are not going to tolerate bullying of any kind. We're here to build people up, to champion, encourage, and uplift each other. So we're declaring this is a no negativity zone. So if you continue, you will be blocked, and as a community, we will challenge you. So thank you guys for being here, and we will talk soon. And I want to thank everyone for being a part of it. And don't forget, Kindness Campaign. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate a lot. I know that I've been releasing some kind of reaction videos lately, but seriously, it's just about me airing my mind and saying what I think honestly. And please comment below what you think about me or about the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in beauty pageant videos. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. We're almost at 400 subscribers and I appreciate a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.